Hello everyone, welcome to the channel for everything football and welcome to another UEFA Euro Fantasy update. This time round we'll be talking about Matchday 3. I'll be telling you guys or showing you guys 3 differential that you can have for Matchday 3. Whether you're just going to make transfers, whether you're on Limitless or whether you're on a wildcard, these 3 picks will work either way and 1% owned. Under 1% owned. You know what that means? That means if there are 5 million players playing this game, these particular players are owned by like 50,000, around 50,000 of the 5 million players. So real differentials to help you boost your rank. What you can see on screen right now is my Matchday 2 team. Obviously Matchday 2 isn't over yet, but I picked 3 differentials for Matchday 2. 2 of them worked, that is Bale and Yarmolenko. Zinchenko didn't quite work, but Bale and Yarmolenko had very good games. Bale could have had 20 points if he converted his penalties. So let's now take a look at Matchday 3. Which kind of differentials am I thinking of? So let's get straight into it. Make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe. The channel is still new, so I'll really appreciate it. My first differential pick for Matchday 3 is Donjel Malen of Netherlands. He came off the bench in the last 2 games. He provided an assist, as you can see on screen, for Netherlands' second goal against Austria. Did really well. Played only 26 minutes and managed to get an assist. In the first game against Ukraine, he only played 1 minute. And obviously they are going to play against North Macedonia. North Macedonia, who have conceded 5 goals in their 2 games so far. Owned by less than 1%. He only costs 6 million, so this is a good advantage for anyone who's just using transfers or on a wildcard and you're trying to look for any differentials or any players who are less in terms of cash and will not cost you too much. Malen is the guy. I definitely think he'll start this game since Netherlands are already through. As you can see in the table, they're on 6 points and the other teams are on 3. Both teams are on 3, which means they still haven't qualified realistically, but in the Euros, as long as you've beaten the other team in the head-to-head matters before the goal difference. So even if Netherlands lose their last game to Macedonia and Ukraine beat the other team, or the other team beats Ukraine, doesn't really matter even if they're on 6 points. As long as Netherlands beat both Austria and Ukraine, they're going to go through. They're already gone through as the group winner. So Malen and a few other changes will be made in the team, and I'm expecting Malen to go right against Macedonia, at least get 8 points in this game. So that's my first differential pick. Differential pick number 2 is Embolo. Now, Embolo of Switzerland, I kind of expected him to be owned by more than 1%, but I was really shocked to see he's owned by less than 1%. He played all 90 minutes against Wales and Italy. He obviously scored a goal in the first game against Wales, a very good header. He dominated in that game, could have had more. Obviously against Italy have been really good in this competition, so you probably not expect anyone to have a chance against them. Next up for Switzerland is Turkey. Surprisingly, Turkey have been the whipping boys in the group, conceding 5 goals already, losing heavily to Italy, and could have been more against Wales as well. So Switzerland definitely need a win to get second or third in this group. With a win, they could get second. With a draw, it won't be enough. A draw won't be enough. 2 points will probably not take you through as the best third place team. So they definitely need a win. So they have to go for it. He's owned by less by 1%, as I said, and is currently 8 million. He is a forward, 8 million. Kind of expensive for those who are on a wildcard or stuff like that if you're trying to get other strikers, but it's a very good differential and expect him to get a goal. Definitely suits the likes of the people who are using the Limitless. So that's my second differential pick, Bril Embolo from Switzerland. My third and final pick is Francesco Acerbi. Now, Acerbi came in for Chiellini after he got injured in the second game against Switzerland, and he'll definitely not be risked with that injury in the final game. Now, Italy have not yet clinched top spot in the group. If Wales win the game, they get the top spot in the group. So For the front players, the likes of Insigne and Immobile, who you'd expect to get rested for the final game, might not get rested. They might be given at least 45 minutes to at least get a couple of goals, then get taken off. Of course, the likes of Chiesa could start. They'll still do the job. All they need is really a draw against Wales, and they've clinched it. But defensively, Bonucci will probably start with Acerbi, and Acerbi costs 5 million. He's still, as I said, owned by less than 1%. They are a threat as usual up front in terms of corners and free kicks, and they've kept 2 clean sheets, back-to-back clean sheets, so I think he's a very good option. And of course, if you think he might not start, the team sheet for Italy comes out before we lock in our teams for Matchday 3. So in case he doesn't start, you can always take him out before the deadline, or in case he doesn't start, you forgot about the deadline, you can bring in someone else from the bench otherwise. So that is my third and final pick. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. All my other links are in the description. Make sure you check that out. Drop a like, subscribe, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.